One of the prophets whose name appears 43 times in the Quran and one chapter is named after him is Hazrat Noah, and he is the first prophet to have an independent book and Sharia. His name was Abdul Ghaffar, and because of crying a lot and lamenting a lot, he was called Noah. The center of his mission and calling was Iraq and Sham. Noah lived for 2,500 years, 850 of which were before his prophethood, 950 years during which he guided the people, 200 years away from the people building ships, and 500 years after the storm. Prophet Noah was sent at a time when the people of his time were immersed in idolatry and corruption, and were very stubborn and persistent in maintaining their false habits and customs. They even took their children by the hand and brought them to Noah, telling them not to be afraid of the words of this old man, to listen, and not to be fooled by the words of this madman. But Hazrat Noah ignored their insults and continued calling day and night. Noah said, "My Lord, I called my people night and day, but the more I call them, the further they run away." Sometimes people beat Prophet Noah so much that he fell to the ground. But when he came to his senses and regained his strength, he washed his body and then came to the people and began his invitation again. He continued his relentless struggle with tireless resistance. Prophet Noah was still thinking day and night about saving the people from the clutches of ignorance and idolatry, but whatever he advised them did not work. No matter how much he warned them of the divine punishment and announced the danger, they did not stop their ugly deeds, until they said with complete arrogance and openly, "Noah, you have argued with us for too long. Bring down on us the punishment you threaten us with, if you are telling the truth." At this time, it was revealed to Noah from God, "Except for those who have believed, none of your people will believe." After that, God gave him the command to build a ship. According to God's command, Noah prepared to build an ark, prepared boards, and spent a long time building the ark. This ark was very big, and it was 800 cubits long, 500 cubits wide, and 80 cubits high. The part where the animals were located had 90 rooms. The ship had 3 floors. Prophet Noah placed the animals on the first floor, the humans on the second floor, and the birds on the third floor. This ship was built in the desert of Kufa. Prophet Noah was always ridiculed and harassed by the people while building this ark. They came to Noah and annoyed him with all kinds of sneers and reproaches, but Noah said to them, "There will come a day when we will mock you too. And soon you will know that a humiliating punishment will descend upon you." On the other hand, a revelation came from God saying, "No one from your people will believe except those who have believed until now." And it was here that Noah found them worthy of a curse, and he cursed. Considering that the flood will cover the whole planet, Noah needed a pair of all types of animals to preserve the animal generation. After the construction of the ark was finished, God revealed to Noah to place a pair of animals, male and female, in the ark, and he fulfilled this order. After the ship was prepared and the storm arrived, God ordered Noah to get on the ship. Noah quickly gathered his believing relatives and people who had believed in him and told them to get on the ship in the name of God by saying Bismillah. When the ship is moving and stopping, recite the name of God and remember God in all situations. When they boarded, water boiled from the oven that was in Noah's house. Water started boiling from the oven, which is on the dry ground and the center of the fire. It was to draw the attention of Noah's stubborn people to know that the matter is serious and to make sure that according to Noah's news, a great calamity will soon overtake everyone, and maybe seeing it be warned and stop being stubborn. But devil and stubbornness prevented them from being saved. After the passengers were placed in the ship, and according to the news of Hazrat Nuh, suddenly, the signs of it were revealed, and water began to boil from the ground, and dark clouds covered the entire sky. The sound of thunder and lightning could be heard and seen from all sides, and a great disaster happened. The water that came from the sky was not rain, but it was like a flood that fell on the earth. Everywhere on the earth had turned into huge and unique waterfalls, and a strong wind was blowing from everywhere, and thunder and dense clouds made everything dark. It wasn't long before the ship was placed on the water, and all the people and creatures that were outside the ship drowned and perished. All the mountains and plains were submerged as if there was an ocean everywhere, and no land or mountain peaks could be seen. One of the sons of Prophet Noah was named Canaan. Noah saw his son Canaan in danger of drowning and perishing. His heart burned for him. He called him from the middle of the ark and said, "Get into the ark with us, and don't be from a group of disbelievers." But instead of responding positively to the compassionate call of the father and saving himself, who was on the precipice of destruction, Canaan rejected the father's request with complete pride and insolence, and said, "I will soon take refuge in a mountain to protect me from the water." Noah said, "O son, today, there is no protection against God's command, except for the one whom God has mercy on." When the flood swept over the land and Canaan was in danger of being drowned, Noah cried out, "Lord, my son is from my family, and your promise about saving my family is true." God replied to Noah, "Noah, he was not one of your family. What he did was not right. Do not ask me for things you know nothing about." In this way, the divine punishment included even Noah's disobedient son, and he did not pay attention to Noah's intercession because he was against Noah and Noah's school, and due to deviation and sin, his family line with Noah was cut off. The water covered everywhere. Noah's ark traveled on the water, and stubborn sinners were punished and all perished. The ship traveled on the water for 6 whole months and wandered and went to different parts of the world, even to the land of Mecca and the surroundings of the Kaaba. Finally, the divine command was issued to the earth and the sky that, "O earth, swallow up your water, and sky, hold back," and the water subsided, and the command was fulfilled. The ark settled on Mount Judy. With this divine address to the earth and the sky, the story ended, and the believers were saved. And the earth returned to its normal state, and God revealed to Noah, "Noah, descend in peace from us, with blessings on you and on some of the communities that will spring from those who are with you." Prophet Noah was accompanied by 80 people from those who were with him. They came down from Mount Judy and built a house for themselves in the land of Mosul, and there, they built a city called Medina al-Thamain, a city of 80 people, and little by little, the human race increased from those 80 people.